many automakers, premium automakers, have essentially called it quits when it comes to luxury sedans. I mean, with the exception of the German brands and potentially Genesis, possibly Genesis, at least for now, I mean, there aren't that many left. I mean, we know Cadillac and Lincoln have essentially thrown in the towel. The CT5 is nice, but how much longer can it last, really? And then there's Infiniti with the Q50. How much longer can it last, really? And then there's Acura and the TLX. Possibly the same question. And then there's Lexus, which not only offers the IS and the LS, but has this one, the ES. And the ES is a strange animal within the luxury sedan, premium midsize luxury sedan segment, because it is the only one that is an honest to goodness, unpretentious, purely luxurious and comfortable sedan. It is the only one that isn't trying to sell you performance or handling or psychotic over-the-top design. No, the Lexus ES just is. And for that reason alone, I absolutely love this car. No, I'm not yet 70 years old, but somehow when you take it for its face value, the Lexus ES is the only premium sedan that gives you old school luxury. I'm kind of repeating myself, but the point is that this car should not be ignored, should not be scoffed at, should not be made fun of because of, say, the average age of its owner. It should actually be appreciated for being one of the last simple luxury sedans. I'm serious, I'm really, really serious. In the following video, we're just gonna do a little lap around this 2021 Lexus ES 250 all-wheel drive. And then, well, we'll take it for a drive and I'll try and explain to you why this is just an honest to goodness premium sedan, as it should be. I will be honest, it's been a while since the Lexus ES actually looked, well, I'll use the word reasonable. I mean, the first couple generations of the ES was, yes, a revamped or dressed up Toyota Camry, but there was elegance built in. It was a very pretty car. And that kind of got lost over the generations. But now, the 7th generation car, even with the spindle grille, is actually fairly attractive. I mean, the scale of the grille is still huge and there's a lot of stuff going on there. But there's a flow to the design, to the lines, to the way it all comes together. It's actually a very attractive, very, very pretty car. I mean, the proportions are absolutely right. The hood is long, the overhangs are long, the wheelbase is long, yet the car doesn't seem that big when you drive it. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But I'm being absolutely honest here. The car really comes together well, and maybe it's just like a return to what's reasonable with the 17-inch wheels, which are standard, but these are only 17s. I mean, who does that anymore? You get 17s on the smallest Korean vehicle now. Anyway, or any small vehicle. Anyhow, okay, so pricing in the US, $40,000 to start. And for that price, you get either this, an ES 250 all-wheel drive, or an ES 350 front-wheel drive, which is kind of cool. At the other end of the spectrum in the US is the ES 300H, the hybrid, the top trim for $50,910. In Canada, the ES 250 all-wheel drive starts at $45,250. Admittedly, that's pretty damn reasonable. And if you go all the way to the other end of the spectrum for the 300H before options, you're looking at $51,450. So for that price, obviously, you get, in this case, all-wheel drive, 4-cylinder engine, 8-inch display with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, satellite radio, a new luxe leather seat, 7-inch digital instrument panel, Lexus safety system 2.0 plus, which gives you intelligent cruise control and lane tracing assist. Anyway, it's really loaded. My tester has the premium package, which gives you the lovely 12.3-inch display, heated steering wheel, navigation, and I'm kind of repeating myself here again, for only a very reasonable $49,450. That's a lot of car, a lot of tech, a lot of beauty and elegance for under $50,000. I know I'm kind of surprising myself that I'm gushing over this thing so much, but and another thing, what are you supposed to get in a good-sized premium luxury sedan? A damn good-sized trunk. This thing is huge. Look at the width of the opening. This will fit easily. I mean, just by the width there, if you stack them side by side, maybe 2 and possibly 1 over the top, 3 golf bags in this trunk. Almost 3 golf bags. What else do you need to get in a classic, simple luxury sedan? A big back seat, and there it is. Ingress and egress does require a little bit of a dip of the head when you get in, but once you do, I mean, that's my driving position. Look at this. This is nuts. I almost have to stretch my thumb completely out for the legroom. You could squeeze 3 across, but there's just room. Visibility is nice. I mean, the materials, you really feel like you're on board a premium sedan. And mind you, in this one, it's not even 50 grand. And then you get up ahead, up front, I should say. Lovely, comfortable seats. I've been driving for about 5 hours, and with the power lumbar support and the nice bolstering on the sides, I am happy and fresh as a daisy. Premium, a lot of plastics, but still there's texture to it. I think this is the new text, or shoot, I forget the name, but it looks good. It all comes together. I've always loved the Lexus switches and the way they have kind of 2 speeds to them, and well, when they go all the way to the top. Anyhow, I've shown that in past videos. Let's just slide aboard and start her up. Obviously, Lexus wants you to believe that this is a high-end sedan for everyone, so there are a few LC-inspired touches, which is kind of funny. But truth be told, the Sport is actually kind of fun. Great steering wheel, and heated buttons, very lovely layout of controls, very clearly marked, nicely indicated. There's your 12.3-inch display up here, which is where things fall apart. Yeah, it's not touchscreen, so you have to work this thing. Look, I'm not sure what to say. I mean, you work the haptic pad, it's much more intuitive and easier to use than Acura's crap, I suppose is the right word to use. But even so, this is utterly distracting, very unpleasant, frustrating. But with the exception of that, everything else is great. I mean, storage is kind of limited. Yeah, I got a lot of junk. I'm on a long road trip again. So you cut this out, make more space, or whatever, it works. Again, like you can get an idea, like kind of that bronzed or dark chrome touches. Look at how that door handle kind of just juts out of the panel. It's really, really nice. And visibility is excellent. Like, I love how the screen is, see, right in line with the topmost part of the dashboard. And then this very thin A-pillars, great spot to see there. I mean, this is just a fabulous automobile. And yes, well, you do get paddle shifters too, should you ever decide to do that. Anyhow, it's a lovely place to be, and it's actually not a bad drive. So let's do that. All right, so look, I've put many hundreds of kilometers on this thing, and it is truly just your classic, typical premium sedan. It is perfect in almost every sense of the word. It's quiet, it's comfortable, it's extremely refined. And no, look, I guess I have to mention it, it's not fast. With the all-wheel drive, you get Toyota's 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, which puts out 203 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. So 8-speed automatic transmission, all-wheel drive, 3,800 pounds. You're not going to win any drag races. Don't try and brake torque this thing. Nothing is going to happen. But what you will enjoy is a very bad gravelly surface. It's still really nice in this car. And the multi-link suspension setup has like a layer of foamy goodness that just really insulates and isolates the passenger, the driver, the occupants, and everyone from 95% of all the nastiness that's going on under the car. 17-inch wheels probably have something to do with that, and tires, I mean. But this is just supremely nice. And on the highway at speeds slightly above the posted speed limit, this thing, I mean, it glides. It just glides as a real luxury car should. On top of everything, I'm averaging barely over 7 liters per 100 kilometers. Now, in more mixed driving, you'll get just over 8 liters per 100 kilometers. And when you consider the amount of kit, the equipment, the relative size of this car, that is absolutely impressive. I mean, steering is nice. The brake pedal feels really firm as the rain begins. It just handles itself so well, and even at speeds, again, you know, until just now, I was enjoying some twisty country roads with good visibility, but that's gone now. This is not humdrum. This is not boring. It gets out of its way perfectly fine. I mean, if you want more power, get the 350, only front wheel drive in that case. If you want absolute efficiency, you get the 300H. But if you just want an excellent, comfortable, reliable, efficient, dare I say, relatively attractive and affordable value-packed premium sedan, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2021 Lexus ES 250 all-wheel drive.